It's a big Schmoedown team title match today. It's the Shirewolves and the Odd Couple. A bunch of potential historic events can potentially happen here. The Shirewolves are attempting to defend their team titles for the third consecutive time. They're also trying to become the second team in Schmoedown history to go 7-0, unprecedented record. The Odd Couple, they're also trying to have a couple of historic firsts. Marc Andreyko is trying to become a champion for the first time in his Schmoedown career. He's come so close so many times, but has just never been able to jump that hurdle to get over the top. Jeff Sneider, who is no stranger to a team championship, is trying to become the first player to win a team title on two separate occasions with two separate teams. So it's a bunch of historic relevance this match is. There's a lot of hype, a lot of excitement, but only one team's going to come out on top and become the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Team Champions of the world. So let's find out what happens today on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And welcome back. Okay, this team title match, there's really no point for me to bullshit because, like I said, there's no point to do it. I'm fans of every player that's taking part in this. Shirewolves are my favorite team. Rachel's my favorite player. I've made that very clear on numerous occasions. Marc Andreyko, I've always been a fan of his work. Outside of Schmoedown and what he does inside Schmoedown. He's definitely, by far, in my opinion, the most underrated player in Schmoedown, but has just never gotten the accolades to show how good he is. Jeff Sneider, obviously, with JTH, Jeff Sneider, I kind of have a bit of a soft spot for because he was kind of the first player that gave support to what I was doing in my reactions and my channel in general. He was one of the very first people in general, not just players, but was one of the very first people that followed my channel on Twitter, which is why I was actually very happy when I got to meet Jeff at the Free For All 3 this year. In fact, poof! There's my picture right there with Jeff Sneider. That was a lot of fun to get to take that picture with him and bullshit with him after the show. So yeah, I'm so torn on what I want to see happen here. Obviously, with the Shirewolves being my favorite team, it makes sense to want to root for them. Also, if the Shirewolves are the team champions, we still have that opportunity for the Shirewolves Founding Fathers match, which is something that I really, really, really want to see happen. At the same time, though, and it's crazy saying this as a huge Shirewolves fan, it would not really upset me if there were new champions today, because obviously a lot of people want to see Marc win a belt, myself included. It would be a shame if it would come at the Shirewolves' expense. But obviously, seeing Jeff win a title as well would mean a lot for me, simply because he's supported me for so long. I've gone out of my way to give the same thing back to all his play and all that, which is why I usually always root for Jeff in all these matches. So I'd love to see Jeff get another title as well, but it's why it really pains me to say that I really don't know who to root for here. So I really don't know. It's one of these situations where usually I go into a match wanting to see a certain thing happen, and hoping that a certain thing happens. This is like the first time in freaking forever where I'm looking at this and going, what do I want to have happen? So it's like, I really don't know how this reaction is even going to turn out, because I really don't even know what side of the fence I'm even on with this match. And on the side note of that, again, I kind of mentioned this in my last video. Hope to God my Patreon question is not asked in this match. Yes, I said that correctly. Not asked in this match. Had my Patreon question asked the last time the Odd Couple played, to which Jeff Sneider got booed out of that Chicago building, to which I then had to apologize, to which he then forgave me. So it would suck if that happened all over again. Hopefully, nothing of my involvement is anything to do with this match. So let's pray and hope that that doesn't happen, and let's just do what the shirt says and just do it already. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this team title match, Odd Couple versus Shirewolves. So I plugged my thing in. I was not prepared, so I apologize. So let's do this in 3, 2, and 1. Hey, I know that guy.
What are you, just hanging out in garages by yourself? You're like the weird kid in Corruption, you know? You're like the bad boy Robin or something, you know what I mean?
You're just a big mouth.
Oh, big mouth. Let this big mouth tell you something, you little punk. The Smasher, he's gonna end this whole corruption thing. This is all over and done with. Grand opening, grand closing for you, KO, Corruption. You got anything to say about that?
Me? I don't.
Oh, big KO. You know what? There was a time when you were a big deal in this league.
Let me stop you right there. You want to talk about being a big deal? Who are you? You guys come up, then would you jump out of a dumpster to come here? You know, you got a nice little run and the fans loved it. They love seeing these new people come in. Who do you beat? I don't even, the first run, I don't even know who that guy is. In Washington, you think that's a victory to celebrate? In Navarro, hey, he was a big deal at one time. That is in the past. That is old school, my friend. This is a whole new league, and you got your big mouth coming into this?
Well, you know what?
What's that?
You don't need to listen to my big mouth right now. Why don't you talk to the Smasher?
Oh, look at you, Bucky Barnes. You don't scare me, my friend. I've seen people like you. You come in, the fans love you. They're dismissing me. They want you and Cushing. I've seen what happens. These bright stars, they come into the league, they burn so bright, and they fade into obscurity. They're gone. You, my friend, you're a bump in the road to my title.
You know what? You're doing all the talking now, but your time is over. So what do you got to say about that?
2 words. Toothpaste.
How's that for a lap dog?
Smash 'em.
Smash. Although I really don't have a favorite there either, so shh. I guess not knowing who to root for in a match is going to, that streak's going to end when that match happens. Hello, Mark. Hello, Christian. The gang's all here. You are looking live from Collider Studios in Burbank, California. Oh, it disappeared.
The Odd Couple tries to take the titles from the reigning champions, the Shirewolves. Look at all the belts on
a match like this
right now,
will
Christian.
lead
That
me
is,
to drinking.
Of course, the chairman, Mr. Harloff. I am Mark Baby Carrot.
Don't worry.
Christian,
It's
it is what's
not spiked.
That counts. What's inside me?
I'm
Burger King. What's inside these competitors and these
Airport
teams,
Burger King.
Greatness.
That's about as bad as regular Burger King.
Who's going to come out on top today? Look, it's up in the air, man. Because if you
always do Hardee's, or over there it's Carl's Jr. That was weird. That was weird seeing Carl's Jr.'s over there. Also, when I went out there.
And when you have champions like the Shirewolves, they are 6-0. They have defended the titles twice against two tough teams in Who's the Boss and Critically Acclaimed. Now, everyone thought that Who's the Boss was going to get the rematch after that Chicago event. Well, the Odd Couple.
But as Lee Corso would say, not so fast, my friend.
Here. And now Marc Andreyko, who has never won a championship.
No, he has not.
Played against Bibiani, but hasn't won the belt. This is his second opportunity to win a title, and this is a big thing. He's doing it against his former stablemates in the Shirewolves.
That's right. He has sniffed the belt before, and there's a lot of belts on stage to smell currently. And very interesting with the Odd Couple is that they actually have a manager here today, and that is all because Mark Riley was not able to take the W. Are you shushing me?
I'm not shushing.
Is that who you're shushing?
No,
I was about to make a point about the manager, Roxy. She had a slap in Chicago. Guy's shushing me like I don't know what I'm talking about. Roxy is here today.
Not shushing you, but maybe I should. That's right. Roxy is.
You going Daffy Duck? Now, Heidi, be real quiet.
Oh, it's not about me. Unlike,
People are trying to sleep.
It's not about me. She sure has made it about her.
Ow! Ow! That hurt. Owie!
And the spotlight has been on her, and she was suspended. And because Jeff Sneider beat Mark Riley, she is allowed to be here today. So she wants to see it. And the Odd Couple has said as much that Roxy Stryer has helped them become a better team. I don't care how good of a team they are, though, and they are a great team. And Jeff Sneider is trying to become the first person ever to win the title twice with.
That sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, I already said that.
They're staring against quite possibly one of the best teams we've ever seen here, if not the best we've ever seen in the Shirewolves. Rachel Cushing is considered as one of the overall, as far as knowledge, one of the best we've ever seen, right?
Yes.
Clark is a legend.
Yes.
Has been in many incredible matches and is one of the best we have ever seen. These two ladies' knowledge, I don't know if there's been a team as strong as the Shirewolves, and they play so well together. It's an intimidating sight.
Yeah, their chemistry is off the charts, and it's easy to get lost in all the hubbub and all the hoopla, the hype. The Shirewolves are what's driving this match because their greatness that we start to take for granted. They're like a Tim Duncan, the San Antonio Spurs, to Roxy Strier's chagrin. They are the New England Patriots of this league. We had it. We had a team Patriots. They won a lot of championships. The Shirewolves are the new.
They won one championship.
Well,
they didn't win a lot of championships. They won one.
Got you back.
You got me. Glued to their televisions watching this, and I know that we have a lot to say about it, but the competitors, they had a lot to say about it. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Labyrinth.
They have 6 straight victories, 2 title defenses, and now they stare down that potential winner in Chicago.
So after the Chicago event, I was really excited for the Odd Couple to win. Jeff and Mark played an incredible match. We've always said we want to go up against the best, and right now the Odd Couple is the best team out there, so that's what we're going to play.
And we couldn't have done it without the support of our manager, Roxy Stryer.
Here we are about to play the Shirewolves.
Oh, gone.
Thank you so much to my man Jeff for allowing me to be here by taking that fossil out. You're about to be a first-time belt holder, long overdue, the first person to win the belt twice on 2 different teams, maybe the 2 best players of all time standing right here.
Your former teammate, Marc Andreyko.
It's really fun at the notion of playing Marc Andreyko because he is our former stablemate. We think that he's one of the most underappreciated competitors in this league.
I wouldn't say underappreciated.
Cannot believe
underrated,
that he
yes.
hasn't had a belt yet.
Today is both emotional and pressure-filled. I'm playing with a former stablemate as my new partner. I'm playing against other former stablemates who are 2 of my dearest friends who I consider like sisters. And don't want to be the guy that's been almost the winner for the rest of my life. I would like a belt just briefly, just once, just for a little bit.
But his company, I think, is less interesting.
Keep Sneider in check.
Does she think I'm an actual wizard?
This has
We're
been a
muggles.
journey. Many months in the making. Ever since I heard Marc Andreyko's name called
Yes!
out and found out that we'd be paired together for this corruption tournament.
Jeff Sneider, who is always a loose cannon, and Roxy, who we're friends with, we know, but has done some, let's say, questionable things recently.
Oh!
No, this is not about me today. Yes, I want this as well, but they have been working tirelessly to get this, and they just want it more.
None of that matters to us. We block all of that out. We're here to play trivia, slapping and antics aside. This is about movie trivia, and we're going to keep these belts.
I have been the goofball. You've seen me in a pink wig.
Yes, that was
You've
weird.
seen me goofing around. Let me tell you something. You're not going to see a smile on my face until Christian Harloff says, and the new champion at the end of this match, okay?
So I've faced off against Sneider with my former teammate. Wolves of Steel played him and his former teammate with the Patriots, and they won that time. And I know that he's looking to make history today, but you know, I think everybody is looking to make history
Absolutely.
today.
We've made history, and the point is to keep making history. And Sneider wants to win the belt with 2 different partners. I mean, there's a ton at stake today.
I am Keanu Reeves. I am Denzel Washington. I am Nicole Kidman. Today, I am the Watcher. I am the Equalizer. And I am the Destroyer. And today, I'm going to destroy her.
Today, the team belts are on the line. We have defended them twice. We're going to defend them again. The Odd Couple, you guys are a great team. We respect your trivia. We don't respect the antics.
We're not interested in the shenanigans. We just kind of want to play the game and keep the belts.
Shirewolves, it's been nice to see you guys on top, but your time is over. My boys are going to take you out, and the Odd Couple is going to win this title today.
I'm hungry, and wolf meat's on the menu.
They serve wolf meat in LA now? Funny, I didn't see any of that. They did have good sushi out there, though. Damn good sushi.
Look, the Shirewolves, cool, calm, and collected, said we are just here.
And when I went
play
out
the
there
game. No
at Free for All 3,
shenanigans,
they had
no
a
slaps, nothing. We are just here to play
a
the game
vegan
and win and be the
truck
champions
gate parade.
we are. And Draco says
Never
that,
seen
he's
one of those
nervous.
before.
His nerves are there, but he because he
Right there where
respects
the
fans.
where
He's
the L
seen them. He's
portal
also seen
is.
some of their abilities as
I
far
was
as
wondering.
He studied with them before.
There was no confirmation as to why they didn't do the L portal again. Obviously, that was happening the day of the Free for All 3, so that would have been weird if they had done the show there with everything around there happening.
Only one other team
That would have been weird.
had over 2 title defenses in team history.
And
Can
that
you guess
would
who
be
that is?
the Jeff Sneider and the JTE.
Correct.
That would be the original Patriots. Very interesting backstory here with Marc Andreyko. Maybe he does have some sort of inside knowledge coming from the former Fight Club and then now coming over to the Odd Couple. Is that going to be the difference here today, or will Rachel Cushing and Clark Wolf continue their reign on top of the team division?
Well, here is the tail of the tape. You start with the Odd Couple. Musicals is a big strength. Oscars are a big strength. This is mostly a Jeff Sneider trait. Annoying people. That's a big trait.
Oh, come on. He ain't that annoying. I'm annoying.
Yes, but also notable accomplishments for this team.
What have they done?
They already have 4 victories. They were quarterfinalists in the tournament last year. And between Jeff Sneider and Marc Andreyko, they have over 10 title matches in their repertoire.
And they got a big
well, Snyder's just flexing. I mean,
people watching them take.
Oh, there's his muscles.
And now
Look at the fake muscles coming off me.
Horror films, fantasy, sci-fi,
none of this
and
power.
really elaborate costumes. Did you know
Their
that?
entrances
Are
are
amazing.
so good. Their belts are already out there, so I'm interested to see what they're bringing to the desk.
But notable accomplishments for the champions are the second team in history to go 6-0. They already have 2 title defenses, and between the 2 of them, 10 title matches between both. Clark
that looked familiar.
Yeah, you're throwing a lot of math at me. Yeah. I just know that both teams are really good at movie trivia, and we're about to see who's the best in a 5-round epic clash.
Are you ready to go?
That sounded like I was prepared.
All right, shush. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the
movie trivia Schmoedown. Yay!
Championship atmosphere.
5 rounds for the movie trivia Schmoedown Team Championship of the world. First, the challengers.
Oh, they're coming out to the Jeffersons theme.
By their manager,
I know it's not the
Roxy
Jeffersons theme.
Stryer, with a record of 4 wins, 1 defeat.
Married with children?
The
No.
Andreyko and Jeff
Sanford and Son?
Sneider,
No.
the
What is the name of this theme?
Odd Couple.
All right. There's Roxy leading her boys into battle.
Look at Snyder.
Marc Andreyko and Snyder. I don't know what
Jeff.
I don't know what we're looking
Jeff, is that you?
Look at that. That is a
He took the glasses off. Is he going to keep the mask on?
I feel like that's
the new Finstock?
Is
that the new Finstock?
Evening wear on the weekends.
And their opponents, with a record of 6 wins, no defeats.
Game of Thrones. I heard the finale was El Stinko. What? No, never seen an episode.
And
Not my thing.
Reigning, defending, undisputed, undefeated, movie trivia Schmoedown Team Champions of the World, Rachel the Crusher Cushing, Classy Clark Wolf, the Shirewolves. Oh, look at that.
Happy
little TV action. Game Jon Snow action.
Oh no, the sword's coming out.
Yes, and my daughter is losing her mind on the sidelines.
The sword has come out, and
yeah.
she aims it right at the odd couple. You talk about a slap being violent. How about a sword?
That's
wow.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
What an amazing intro.
Did you follow a shooting with a stabbing or something? As Jim Cornette would say.
Well, the Shirewolves clearly dressed as Game of Thrones characters. Meanwhile, Marc Andreyko looks like the PA who left a Starbucks cup on the set accidentally.
Very true. All right, Mark, as the challengers have sat, the champions have sat.
Had to hold that one in. Didn't want to spew Pepsi all over my camera.
Please tell us the rules for round number 1.
In round number 1, the field of competitors.
Of course, if I spit Pepsi on my camera, it might actually get a quality upgrade.
Of the movie Trivia Schmoedown Galaxy. This is a team format. However, round number 1 is an individual exercise. You may not rely on the knowledge of your teammate to help you through round number 1. Once we ask a question, please write down your best attempt at the answer on the whiteboard.
Not like we'll be using the whiteboard anyway. We won't get many questions right.
Name after about 15 seconds, we're going to ask you to show what you wrote on the whiteboard to your camera. At the same time, you verbalize your answer into the microphone. Each point that you accrue will be added to your team's total. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question, and there is no
except that you will be laughed at. Not by me, though. I stink.
Have 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the 5
Not the JTH rule. Thank you.
You need to repeat a question, didn't hear it right, or you just want to buy yourself some time.
And let's hope to God that 8th question in round 1 is not from me.
At any point
oh
during
dear.
The 5 rounds. Christian, please wake up and start the match.
We might have a sound of silence clip be playing if that happens.
Champions, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's do this.
And the challengers, are you ready?
Yep.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Yay!
Right.
Not sure what that was. I'm sure Jeff knows.
Round number 1.
Shame that I don't.
All right, let's get the audience to relax.
Decorum!
All right.
All
right, here we go.
Yahtzee!
In the category of action adventure, which film released in the year 2000 stars Chow Yun-fat and Michelle Yeoh?
Hey, you remember this bit? In the year.
Yeah, I just thought about it.
In the year 2000.
Yeah, we know who it's from.
Yeah, the audience may not.
Well, then they should. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Hidden Dragon.
There you go.
Marc Andreyko.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Rachel.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
And Snyder. Didn't have it.
Oh,
Snyder didn't
Jeff.
have it. Okay.
The Blues
Robbing
Brothers.
that gas station on the way here is going to pay off for Jeff Sneider.
All right, next one.
Your next question comes in the world of horror/thriller.
Oh.
And your
Hope it's
query
another
is,
Full Metal
Jamie
Trivia
Curtis
match.
Has appeared
Question.
in how many films?
That
in
is
the
not a
Halloween
Full Metal
franchise?
Trivia
20 seconds
match.
to answer this one.
Now,
At least I only have to pick a number. There's only
now you have,
infinity of
you
them
have
to
the new
choose from.
Halloween. I don't know what's going on with it. Are the other Halloween, do they all count?
I don't
no?
think so. No. The answer is no.
The answer is no. None of them count.
So I have
None of them
almost a negative infinity chance to get this right. Oh, let's go 4.
Pens down, Marc Andreyko.
5.
Yes. Rachel.
4.
And Snyder.
4.
No, and Clark.
5.
5. Clark and Andreyko get it.
And I was going to put 5 too, but that seemed like way too many.
All right, next question.
Enough cold, Andreyko. Sorry.
Dramas.
Excuse me.
Dramas. Name one of the 2 main stars of the 2001 film Hardball about Little League Baseball.
Oh God, I played little. I was really good at Little League baseball.
Were you?
I hit a lot of home runs.
Running
in
around
sixth
the
grade.
base, home runs, or out of the park?
Christian, I knocked the ball over the fence.
Oh, good.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Matthew
1.
McConaughey.
Pens down, please, and Rachel Cushing.
Keanu Reeves?
Yes.
Are
Snyder.
you kidding me?
Yeah, that's
That
correct.
was a pure guess.
Snyder. Yes.
Keanu
Clark.
Reeves.
Clark.
Keanu Reeves.
Yes, and Mark.
Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
Rachel Cushing.
He won.
Pure luck, yes. You know, Christian, sometimes you got to be really good, and occasionally you get lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Is
Yoo-hoo.
animated movies. These are movies drawn by
I'm just
hand
gonna
or
say
on
I'm right.
computer. Your question. Anne Hathaway voiced a bird by the name of Jewel in what 2011 animated film? Fun fact, Jewel.
I won't have to guess and wait for the right answer on this one.
Yeah, I like that Jewel.
Never really paid attention to the music of Jewel.
5, 4.
Not in my lexicon.
It is
3,
Rio.
2, 1. Pens down, please. Jeff Sneider.
Rio?
Yes. Clark.
Rio.
Yep. Marc Andreyko and
Rio.
Rio.
I believe Clark Wolf and Andreyko are both perfect right now.
They
Both perfect.
have 2 perfect games. Rachel Cushing and Jeff Sneider have both blinked, but every competitor playing well.
Oscar movies is your next category. Oscar movies. Clint Eastwood received the Best Director nomination for which 2006 war film?
Oh God.
What do you think Clint Eastwood smells like? I'm going to go with sandalwood and whiskey.
Frustration.
Yeah, that's not a smell.
Oh.
Literally not a smell.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Clark Wolf.
Letters from Iwo Jima.
Yes. Marc Andreyko.
I said letters to Iwo Jima.
That's incorrect.
Can't accept it.
Rachel.
Letters from Iwo Jima.
Yes. And Snyder.
Letters from Iwo Jima.
Yes. Okay. So.
I had
Shirewolves take a 2-point
nothing.
lead here
Are you
now.
shocked?
Clark Wolf is the only one who is still perfect.
That's how close this match could be. It just comes down to a simple word. Next question comes to the world of comedies. Ha.
Ah.
And your question. 1985's Spies Like Us starred Chevy Chase and which other Saturday Night Live alum?
Feel the tension here. You really can feel it.
It starts to creep up, especially in the championship match later in round 1. The competitors feeling each other out, flicking the jab early.
5, 4, 3.
I'll say Dan Aykroyd.
2, 1. And Marc Andreyko.
Dan Aykroyd?
Yes. Rachel Cushing.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yes. Snyder.
Dan Aykroyd.
And Clark Wolf.
Dan Aykroyd.
Clark Wolf.
That was a guess, but that seemed like a
6 questions in, and Clark Wolf has
logical
1 miss.
guess.
At 11-9, Shirewolves with a 2-point lead.
Here's the next one. Number 7. Fantasy/sci-fi. Fantasy/sci-fi. In 1986's Short Circuit, who played Stephanie Speck, who's the woman who befriends Johnny Fine?
Ask me what I think about Short Circuit.
Do you like Short Circuit?
Hated it.
No, you didn't.
Hate it.
Oh, I love that movie.
I find that robot endlessly annoying.
You have no soul, you rotten human.
No
5,
clue.
4,
It's just a movie.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Rachel Cushing.
Karen Allen.
No. Jeff Snyder.
Leah Thompson.
No. Clark Wolf.
Kim Cattrall.
No. And Andreyko.
Ali Sheedy.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes. 11-10. Clark Wolf misses her first
Because
question.
I'm old.
And it is 11-10.
But what a great walk down 80s actress memory lane that was.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing The Golden Girls as a movie with these 4.
I felt like I was watching a pitch meeting for Short Circuit and a bunch of executives saying which actress they'd like in the
Perfect
film.
round is now off the table as we get to our last
Please,
question
dear
here
God.
in round
No, no, no,
number
no.
1.
This is in the world of new releases. These are movies that have been recently released.
No
in the
Patreon
theater.
question. I am saved.
Which actress co-stars as a character named Detroit in 2018's Sorry to Bother You? You ever go to
Oh, not the movie Detroit. Shoot.
Actually had
Why am I thinking that?
telemarketer on Collider
I'm
Live
thinking
not
of
too long
Detroit
ago.
the movie.
This
The
conversation.
one with,
Really?
Yeah.
well, yeah.
5,
Is that the dog dropping the bacon?
4. No, the dog is dropping the bacon. No. 3, 2.
See, I watch the show.
I know you do. 1. You were
I
on
don't
the
know.
when that happened. Put pens down.
No clue.
And Jeff Snyder.
I'm off today. Tessa Thompson.
That's correct.
Oh.
Clark.
Tessa Thompson.
Yes. And Draco.
Tessa Thompson.
And Rachel.
I missed it.
Didn't have it.
Oh.
Tie game.
Tie game.
Game. 12-12. 12-12. Clark Wolf having a
Mark, say
phenomenal round there. 7
That's
points.
right.
Let's stay there, sir.
And now
Oh.
we get to round number
I'm torn
2.
about who I want to win, and so
Wheel round
I
Mark.
guess this match is just going to be tied all the way
Round number
through.
2, this
Oh.
is the wheel
Just
round. The wheel
hold
of
my
fate,
heartstrings a
doom,
little bit
and
more,
injustice
everybody.
On the wheel is 12. Yes, I said 12 wheel slices from 12 different corners of the movie Trivia Schmoedown Knowledge Galaxy. There is no opponent's choice today. There's no spinner's choice today. Here's how round number 2 works. Each team gets a spin at the wheel. If you don't like the category you spin, you are allowed a mulligan, which is golf or do-over. At that point, you will have to answer 6.
Or when I usually play golf, mulligan usually means, darn, I effed up, I'm hitting another one.
Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, there is stealing in round number 2.
Only I
So if you're
didn't
not sure of an
use
answer,
F.
Ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. This is round number 2, so the teammates may confer on each and every question prior to answering. Once again, you have about 15 seconds to get that. Now, the Shirewolves are tied with the Odd Couple, Christian, but because the Shirewolves are the favorites and they brought all that nice jewelry to the stage, you have the option to spin the wheel, or you may defer to the Odd Couple. What do you feel like?
We will defer.
They're going to defer.
All right, the challengers will spin first. Both of the teams have their JTE rules, all 3.
All right, and here comes the...
Andreyko almost spins the wheel
Look
right
at
off
that.
And here we go.
Waiting for the day that the wheel just goes all the way off. And then it would be Wheel of Death. You just killed the wheel.
Dramas.
That would be dramas?
Dramas is the first category here. What are they going to do? They're trying to figure out if they want to take this. And they worked very well together in that Chicago event and strategizing. There's their manager, Roxy Schreiber.
Yeah, they really did. Roxy trying to help the team out.
Yep. They're going to spin again.
They're going to spin the wheel again.
Roxy getting out of the way. As
this wheel is sponsored by our Schmoedown patron, Justin Roby. How about a hand for Justin Roby? As the wheel goes round and round.
Where's it going to go?
You also have Brad Pitt in 2000s.
Mixed bag.
That's not Brad Pitt or 2000s, although a Brad Pitt or 2000s question could be inside Mixed Bag, Christian.
Mixed bag.
That's right. We have a Julia Roberts slice on there. There's also a Patreon slice. So if somebody spins Julia Roberts, we'll say the name of that patron. But once again, Justin Roby, thank you for all your support. If you want to have your name mentioned in an upcoming championship match, check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon today.
All right, mixed bag is what the Odd Couple spun. We'll get 6 questions inside of this category. Mixed bag. Here we go. Who was the star of the Westerns Big Jake, Chisholm, and Cahill U.S. Marshal? Five.
Let's say it's Charlton Heston.
A. Robert Mitchum.
Charlton
B.
Heston
Kirk
is not
Douglas.
on there.
C.
Of
Burt
course.
Lancaster. D. John Wayne. 5.
John Wayne.
For 1 point.
All right.
The obvious answer. Of
Pretty
course.
good guess if you're
The
talking
one
about
time the obvious answer
Name the
is the right answer.
1950s movie with the characters Eddie Doyle, Johnny Friendly, Father Barry, and Charlie Malloy. Five, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Is it A. Rebel Without a Cause, From Here to Eternity, On the Waterfront, Anatomy of a Murder?
On the waterfront?
Can you repeat the things once
Yep.
more?
A. Rebel Without a Cause, B. From Here to Eternity, C. On the Waterfront, D. Anatomy of a Murder. 5.
On the waterfront.
For 1 point.
There they go.
Question 3. In which 80s teen drama will you find some teenagers playing chicken on a couple of tractors?
Oh, can I do this? I know this for sure. Footloose.
That's correct.
Footloose.
That's correct.
Still the
Gonna
greatest
play
movie
tractor
ever?
Chicken at home. Kick
Never
off your
was.
Sunday shoes first.
Correct. All right. Here we go. Here's the next question. This is question number 4. In 1997 Starship Troopers, who plays the physically gifted Colonel Carl Jenkins?
I know that
in the
feeling,
military
Jeff.
intelligence effort against the bugs?
Never saw any of these movies.
Neil Patrick Harris.
For 2 points.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a good
Okay.
get.
Yep.
You learn something
All right,
every day.
Here is number 5.
I usually learn more than others because I don't know much.
5. In Finding Neverland, who plays theater producer Charles Frohman?
Multiple choice.
A. Dustin Hoffman. B. Ian McKellen. C. Donald Sutherland. D. Johnny Depp.
See? Donald Sutherland?
Dustin Hoffman.
For 1 point.
Wrong again.
All right.
By
They-
me.
they've
Not
needed
by
to
them.
rely multiple
By me.
choice a fair amount in mixed bag, which is what you expect from this category, but they're getting a lot of questions correct.
All right, here is
They've
the
gotten
last
all their
question for you
questions
guys.
correct,
Here's the
actually.
last
That's
question for you guys in
a little bit
multiple
more than a
choice.
lot.
Sorry. Last question for you guys in mixed bag. Which year saw the release of Speed, starring Keanu Reeves?
Ooh. Shoot. As Lon Harris would say, wolf.
5,
88?
4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
First one. Which year saw the release of Speed, starring Keanu Reeves?
I'll say 88.
5, 4, 3, 2.
1995.
It's incorrect for the steal for 2 points.
Big steal.
1994.
That's correct.
That is
for the
a
steal.
huge
Big
steal.
steal.
94?
All right, so mixed bag.
That came out the same year as Dumb and Dumber?
The Shirewolves will have a chance here to spin.
Wow.
And get themselves up on the board.
I thought that movie
as
was
Clark
way
Wolf,
earlier
the
than
classy
that.
one, spins the wheel.
The Odd Couple doing
That spin by the Wolf.
That is a very Jon Snow
Why don't you
level
stab it through the chest while you're at
Mother
it?
of Dragons kind of spin. And round it goes. If it hits Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
Is it Julia Roberts? Are they going to keep it? They're spinning
Spinning
away
away.
from America's
All right.
sweetheart.
Ah.
How is the wheel going to take that? Clark Wolf giving the wheel something to think about on her way back.
She's ready to kill the White Walkers with that wheel. And here is the spin. What's it going to land on?
It's looking like it could be Ron Howard.
Ron Howard moves.
Beloved director.
Ron Howard it is. So the Wolves will get Ron Howard. 6 questions inside. Here we go. Ron Howard.
Ron Howard. He was a child actor. Then he started directing movies. We're probably going to be asking you mostly about the movies.
Okay.
Your question. Your first one. In A Beautiful Mind, what Ivy League school did John Nash attend?
Yale?
Multiple choice.
Provide that. Is it A, Yale, B, Princeton?
It's usually Harvard or
D,
Yale.
Columbia.
Princeton.
Give him a point.
Oh. Except when it's
Within
Princeton.
4 points of the Odd Couple here, Christian. 5 questions left to go. Your next one, again, this is in the world of Ron Howard. Question is, who plays Mel Gibson's wife in the Ron Howard crime thriller Ransom?
Renee Russo.
Give me back my son. He took it
And
from
that's
me.
for 2 points, and now that
Give me
moves
back
us
my
within
son.
2 of the Odd Couple's lead. Here we go with your third question. A young
Mark beat
Irish
me to the
couple
punch.
Flee to the States, but
Drat.
subsequently struggle to obtain land and prosper freely. In which Ron Howard film?
Far and away.
It is Far and Away.
I think that
That
question's
is
been
not
asked
the case
before.
with the lead for the Odd Couple, who now see it dwindle to a tie. Tied here at 19. And your next question, in the world of Ron Howard movies, In the Heart of the Sea, author Herman Melville is played by which actor?
Oh, Heart of the Sea. That's the Hemsworth movie.
5.
It was not in theaters very long.
4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are, is it A, Chris Hemsworth, B, Brendan Gleeson, C, Cillian Murphy,
Did
or
Chris
D, Ben
Hemsworth play
Whishaw?
the main character who was the author?
5. 4.
Brendan Gleeson?
That is incorrect for a 1-point steal in the lead.
Ben Whishaw.
They have the lead again. The Odd
Correct.
Couple
Wow.
steals the point. Jeff Sneider picks up the Ben Whishaw steal. 20-19 right now. The Odd Couple. The 1-point lead. Back to the Shirewolves for your Ron Howard question. This is your penultimate one in round number 2. Who plays Russell Crowe's wife, May, in Cinderella Man?
Renee Zellweger.
Give him 2 points and the lead.
It's question 4.
Take
Hey,
it
yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah,
Question
yeah.
5.
That was question number 5. One more question to go here. Shirewolves, you now have a 1-point advantage over the Odd Couple. And your last question in round number 2. In Ron Howard's How the Grinch Stole Christmas,
Oh, dear.
who played Martha May Whovier, the woman whom the Grinch was in love with?
Every who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot.
Multiple choice.
Your multiple
The
choice options
Grinch.
are, is it A,
Dun,
Mary
dun,
Steenburgen, B,
dun.
Christine Baranski, C, Molly Shannon, or D, Sybil Shepherd?
Molly Shannon.
5, 4, 3.
Mary Steenburgen?
That is incorrect for a 1-point steal, and to tie the game once again, the end of round 2. Can the Odd Couple come up with your options? Are A, Mary Steenburgen, B, Christine Baranski, C, Molly Shannon, or D, Sybil Shepherd?
Christine Baranski?
We are tied
Ah.
going into round number 3. The Odd Couple 2
Tied
steals.
again.
It was multiple choice, so it's just 1 point apiece, but still an incredible performance.
Oh,
Both
dear.
teams are really gritting it out here, Christian. This is the championship slobber knocker that we wanted.
All right, so now we get into round number
Yeah.
3, Mark. That's the
Slobber
betting round.
knocker.
How does
Only
that
the
go?
person getting
The betting
punched in the
round.
face
Round
repeatedly.
where you bet.
It's me.
Not money, of course. You can bet up to 3 points. You can wager as little as 0 points. The Shirewolves are going to
I get to bring this back out to get another question
whatever
wrong.
category that lands on, one question will be asked to the field. As soon as they select the category, each team is going to decide how many points they want to wager from 0 to 3. Clark Wolf,
Between
we're ready.
0 and 3,
Spin.
I bet 0.13, 1, 2, 3, 5
Clark
points.
Wolf just gave us.
Clark's been spinning.
Can't even read what I typed.
That's right. But she
Julia
spun
Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
Julia
Now
Roberts.
the competitors will write their points down as we get to a question here.
They're going to write down their points, and I know we're only supposed to do this for round 2. I'm going to do it anyway. You know what? Julia Roberts, it's a sponsored slice of Jacob Blunden. How about a hand for Jacob Blunden?
Nice.
Hey!
Spun it. Congratulations, Jacob. Thanks for being a member of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon.
All right, so we have got our points from both the challengers, and here is our question.
Who took a selfie with Miss Roberts at the 2018 Critics' Choice Awards?
All right,
Mark Ellis.
All right.
That's not the question.
No.
Here we go. Here's the question. What does Julia Roberts' character teach in the film Larry Crown?
Wow. Deep cut for the championship match.
Yeah. And 5, 4.
Let's take a shot in the dark as we usually do. Let's say
1
history.
Down. We start with the challengers. How many points?
3.
And you took?
Government.
It's incorrect. And how many points?
We bet 2.
And?
English.
The answer was speech. Both got it wrong.
Ah.
Speech class.
But we're still only 1 point.
Speech class.
All right, here we go. So round number 4. This
Speech
is the
class,
speed round, Mark.
where you
Shire
can
will see themselves with a
learn
1
to say,
here going into
"Me, an
the speed
idiot."
Round. How does that go?
In round number 4, this is the lightning round, the speed round. This is where points can be won or lost based on how quick a competitor or team can be.
Oh, at least it's not tied anymore. I don't got to worry about that anymore.
With movie trivia know-how, 5 questions are asked in the speed round. As soon as you think you know the answer, a team may buzz in. Now, it's a team buzzing in, that's who you're playing for, but it's an individual exercise. So as soon as you buzz in, I will address the competitor by name. Once I say your first name, you have exactly 2 seconds to give us your best attempt at an answer. If your answer is correct and within 2 seconds, you gain a point for your squad. If your answer is either incorrect or you do not get the correct answer within 2 seconds, you lose a point for your squad.
All right, so with that, we'll ask first. Champions, are you ready?
Yep.
Challengers, are you ready?
No spotter? Oh, boy.
Which drama stars the following stars? Ron Rifkin, Guy Pearce, Danny DeVito.
Mark.
LA Confidential.
Yes.
1 point for the odd couple. We're now tied at 19.
Of course we're
In
tied.
Clue, who plays Wadsworth?
Tim Curry.
Rachel.
Tim Curry.
Yes.
The legend, Tim Curry.
Tim Curry.
Who plays Ruth Bader Ginsburg in
Mark.
Nope.
Nope. Sorry.
Okay, loses the point.
Who was the answer?
The answer is Felicity Jones.
Felicity Jones.
Next question. Who plays the character of Jackie Robinson in 42?
Chadwick Boseman.
Mark.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yes. Last question here. Who directed The Adventures
Oh,
of Tintin?
Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
Tie game.
Yay! I
Wow.
actually got 3 of them.
Time
Yay!
back. The buzzer rounds.
We're tied
we're tied
again.
We're tied.
Ah.
This is what the kids pay for, even though I believe you can watch this match for free on YouTube. It is
Oh,
20 to 20.
thanks.
The Shirewolves
I was about to
winning
pay
their
a
championship.
billion
This is why they
zillion
accrued all these belts, all
dollars.
those championships, but the odd couple looking them right in the eye and not blinking, not for 1 darn second.
Tonight
We come
on
to round
2020.
number 5. This is the round that will determine the match.
Remember when
Last
2020
week, we
was a
decided
thing?
that in round number 5, the teams. Each team will give us
If you're
3
old,
numbers.
you
These
remember,
numbers can range from 1
like
to
me.
20. Each number corresponds to a
Old.
different corner of the movie trivia Schmoedown know-how galaxy. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points, and your last one, should we need it, is worth 5 points because this is the team format. Once we give the team, the team will have to determine which competitor on that squad is going to answer that question. You must answer the 2-point question all on your lonesome as a competitor. The opposite teammate will answer the 3-point question, again, all on their lonesome. The teams may only confer for the 5-point query.
All right, so with that, the champions will have the first choice. 3 numbers from 1 to 20.
8, 12, and 19.
8, 12, and 19 for the
2.
Shirewolves and for the odd couple.
6, 14, and 17.
6,
No
14,
2.
and 17. The odd
It's
couple
going to be
will
tied
get their
forever.
2
There will be
pointers
no
first
winner.
in category
Go
number
50
6.
trillion
Category number
tiebreaker
6,
questions.
and here we go, gentlemen. Disney films. Disney films. Who's going to go with Disney?
I guess me.
Jeff's
Marc
like,
Andreyko
I got
will
nothing.
Go with the 2-pointer. What is Disney films? What is the name of Aladdin's monkey
Abu.
friend?
Apu.
That's correct.
Yep.
Wait,
No.
wait.
Yes.
Are you kidding me, Clark
Wait.
Wolf?
No.
Just wait. Just
He
wait.
said Apu.
Apu is incorrect. Apu is incorrect. The answer is Abu.
Oh.
Abu. Abu. All right.
Abu.
Abu.
And it comes down to a letter, Christian, and we mentioned this back at the
A
top.
I wanna say
letter.
one thing real quick.
He's already
Thank
lost
Marc
a
Andreyko.
title on a letter. Oh, God.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for
Oh,
Hey,
God.
Christian, we talked about this.
Is it
comes
gonna
down to
happen
one letter
again?
sometimes. We mentioned this at the top of the match.
Are they gonna lose on a letter?
This time it was a letter and a name, but that might determine the outcome.
Yeah. All right. So now Jeff Sneider
Bud
will get
and
the
Bub.
3-pointer.
That's how he
And
lost
if
the
hits
title
it,
against
then the Shirewolves will
Bibiani.
have to answer their question.
Is it gonna
Here we
happen
go, Jeff.
again?
Your 3-point category is musicals.
Oh,
Oh,
musicals.
boy.
All right. In La La Land, which classic film do Sebastian and Mia see together?
Casablanca.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Key Largo.
Incorrect. Looking for Rebel Without a Cause. So now the odd couple have to hit their 5-pointer.
Ugh.
If they hit the 5-pointer, it will bounce back to the Shirewolves for a chance to win the match. And here we go. Number 17, guys, was your category. Number 17, 70s films. 70s films.
These are the 1970s.
1970s. Here it is. Here it is. Which kind of bar were Alex and his 3 droogs sitting at in the beginning of Clockwork Orange?
A milk bar?
Correct for 5 points.
Well,
The
All right.
answer was a milk bar. I just performed at the milk bar in San Francisco. Thanks to everybody that came out. Appreciate y'all. MarkEllisLive.com.
Well, so now the Shirewolves.
Cheap plug.
The Shirewolves have a chance.
You went
to
total
win
Mick
the
Foley.
game if they hit all
Right
5.
here in San Francisco.
But we're going to start with the 2-pointer here. We're
That's
gonna
right.
start with
You
the
got to
2-pointer.
build up because they could tie with their 5-pointer, but I think they'd prefer to get a 2 or a 3-pointer
Right.
as well because then they
I'd
can
say
win
so.
the match outright with their 5-point answer. Shirewolves, you selected number 8 for your 2-point question, and that corresponds at the answer desk to the category of romance.
Oh.
Rachel Cushing, who would like to field a question in the world of movies, romance?
I'll take it.
Rachel Cushing is going to take it for your 2-point question. That is, who directed the film Safety Not Guaranteed?
Oh, come on, Rachel.
5.
Colin Trevorrow.
2 points.
Okay.
All right, so now Clark Wolf has the chance to tie the game. She has the chance to tie the game here with her question, and that is number 14, Mark? No, it is not. That is number 12. Number
Yes.
12.
All right, Clark, your team.
Everybody's losing it.
selected
Everybody's going
12,
crazy.
And that corresponds to the world of dramas. And so you're going to be asked to answer this question in the world of dramas for 3 points and the tie with the odd couple. In the film Dallas Buyers Club, what actress plays Dr. Eve Sachs, who attempts to help Ron with his diagnosis?
Oh. Rachel knows it.
5, 4, 3.
I don't have it.
Doesn't have it.
Looking for Jennifer Garner.
All right, so
Oh,
here's where
dear.
we stand. If the Shirewolves hit the 5-pointer, they retain the titles. However, if they miss, the odd couple will win the titles and defend against the Shirewolves in the main event at the Schmoedown Collision on June 22nd.
Getting hot in here, is that just me?
So,
That's not just you.
with
I'm
that,
feeling it
Mark,
too.
number
That said, it's 90 degrees.
19 The Wolves took, and that was?
That is going to correspond to the wild, wacky, wonderful world of animated movies.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Animated movies. And your question is?
It's not a 5-pointer. Yeah, all right.
I'm not asking. Your question is, in the category number 19, animated movies, what 2 actors voice the con artists Tulio and Miguel in the DreamWorks film The Road to El Dorado?
Oh, dear. Oh, dear Lord.
5, 4.
Repeat the question.
First one.
Can do that. What two actors voice the con artists Tulio and Miguel in the DreamWorks film The Road to El Dorado?
5, 4, 3.
Brad Pitt and Matt Damon.
And your winners and new movie trivia
Oh my God!
Team Champions of the World, Marc the Android Andreyko and Jeff Sneider, the Odd Couple.
Kevin Kline and Kenneth Branagh were the answers. Kevin Kline and Kenneth Branagh. That was certainly a 5-point question. And Christian, it's a pretty classy end of the match here with the Odd Couple being congratulated by the Shirewolves and vice versa. What a match. Came down to the final question. Could have been anybody's ball game.
Wow.
It was an amazing match, back and forth. What a fight, and what a main event for Collider Collision we have now. As Marc Andreyko takes his first championship, Jeff Sneider, the first person to ever win the title twice. And now what a challenge for the new champions as their first defense of the titles happens June 22nd, the live main event. The Shirewolves get a chance because they've defended the title twice to take on the Odd Couple. And wow, Roxy Stryer thrilled that she has just managed the new champions to their title.
And you can check it out at the Schmoedown Collision. That is a pay-per-view event that you do not want to miss. Now, Christian, that takes place in June. You talk about the match here today.
So
that we just
in
saw.
June?
I mean,
I guess
you look at the
10
guy
hours
who
from now.
He said letters to Iwo Jima, not from Iwo Jima. He said Apu, not Abu. That's how close the match was, yet the Odd Couple come out on top. I think the Shirewolves are going to be...
He doesn't have to worry about the one letter screwing him over.
They are going to be studying with a fervor and a focus, but my hat's off to the Odd Couple. They really complemented each other's strengths very well today.
Well, think about that. The fact that because the Shirewolves have defended the title twice and they have a chance to just take it right back, Rachel Cushing and Clark Wolf could be the first to ever repeat right away. The first team to ever repeat because Jeff Sneider was on a different team to do it. But Jeff Sneider is a team champion again, and Marc Andreyko, the long journey has finally concluded.
He gets a belt.
He is finally a champion. Marc Andreyko has won the championship, even though I'm sure a little bittersweet against his old stablemates, but he's done it, and the Shirewolves are ready to play again. But let's talk to Jen Sturger, who's with both the former champions, the Shirewolves, and the new Movie Trivia Schmoedown champions, the Odd Couple.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with the Odd Couple, your new
I'm doing that too, Jeff.
Reunited, and it feels so good, right?
Wow, I have missed this baby. Of course, it's a brand new belt, so I've never actually held this one, but the team belt in general, it is like, it's the best reunion of my life.
Yeah, please don't get that one dirty. Marc, this is your first time that you've had a belt. I saw you getting a little emotional about it.
I'm shocked. It's like when people on House Hunters go in and I'm not going to cry because you fixed my bathroom, and they all cry. I feel like that. It was a roller coaster of a match.
You fixed my toilet.
Each team had really good strengths, and we all missed questions, and it was tough. It was a tough match. It was well fought and well played, and I love Rachel and Clark. So the part of me is sad, but part of me is like, holy shit, I'm no longer a belt virgin. Yay! So
congratulations.
Well, I don't love Rachel or Clark, but I have to hand it to them because they are definitely two of the best players that the Schmoedown has ever seen.
Oh, absolutely.
Today wasn't so much a victory as it was an escape. Okay, we were lucky to escape the Shirewolves today because I know I didn't play my my best game, and I can't wait for a rematch to show them how good I really am.
Even when you guys landed on mixed bag, which honestly, that can be a landmine, you guys still pulled that out.
Yeah, that category, I didn't realize with mixed bag that you just get the questions, you don't get a category before each question. So that was, it's a very difficult question. I hope it stays on. That should be one that's permanently on the wheel. That's a really good equalizing question. it was tough. This was a tough game.
And Draco gutted it out, though. He gutted out that mixed bag category, and we did just enough at the end of each round to pull it close. Like, it was tied after, like, 3 or 4 of the 5
tied
rounds,
for
I
a
feel
billion
like.
rounds.
Final round, I think.
Yeah, we blew that speed question.
Making me
I'm gonna
do
take
this the whole
responsibility
time.
for that one. Like, that was a 4-point swing, and that could have cost us the game. But, man, Andreyko showed up.
And you know what? Apu runs the Quickie Mart. I'm such a dumbass.
It happens to the best of us, but it goes to show you that, like Mark Ellis said, one letter can change the entire course of this game. And luckily for you guys,
And you know what?
you knew that 5-pointer and it saved you.
And Clark had that happen before when I was playing her. She said red too. You know, a letter can change things. So it's the rules, and that was fair. I mean, you know, Christian thanked me, but I'm like, well, I played by the rules.
It was
That's
a good.
No, I appreciate that, but that's the way.
It was a good catch by Clark Wolf, and I'm sorry that I yelled at her as quick as I did because I thought that she was sort of challenging a different part of the answer. But what I have to say before we continue, I have to give it up to our manager, Roxy Stryer, because I got discouraged this game, and she told me keep my head in it. The math still works out. So huge props to Roxy, who did an amazing job today keeping us focused.
You know, I really appreciate that, but this one, you mentioned that we lucked out, and you're giving me credit, and I do appreciate it, but it was all you guys, and it was not luck. You have worked so hard to earn this. I know right before the match, Andreyko looked at me and said, it's not that I deserve this, I just feel like I've earned it, and you guys have. You earned it. To be the first person to win on 2 different teams is a huge success. You're going down in Schmoedown history. And Andreyko, this has been a long time coming, and I could not be more proud of you guys. This was not luck. This was you guys.
And while we may not have liked the entire course that you guys took to get here, you know, it definitely, you guys pulled it out today. You guys really did perform super well.
Gutsy win.
Had to throw that one in there, yep.
And I would like to say one last thing. I hope the fans enjoyed this match as much as we did. This was a nail biter. I can only imagine what it was like. There were times when we were behind and getting discouraged and playing. I think it was great to watch all 4 people who are really good play the game. And I do want to throw another shout out to Roxy, because Roxy should get the award for Manager of the Year right now. She downplays what she does, but she is a stabilizing force and our biggest cheerleader. And I really wouldn't be here without her.
All right, so obviously the next question is Collision. You know, they're going to get an automatic rematch against you guys at Collision. You guys have proven to play pretty well, actually very well in live scenarios. So are you feeling nervous at all, or how's the prep going to change for this?
I'm excited because now this, you know, as much as people say they don't like awards, this gives me a little bit more confidence. So I've done it once, so now that that's over, I'm going to be more free, I think, because this is, you know, Bibiani, Bateman, lots of us know this is like the white whale, and to finally conquer it even once makes you feel like you belong to be here.
I'm going to study up on my 70s and 80s movies, maybe play the Billy Madison flashcard game with John Roca when it comes to Westerns. But I do want to say, just because they don't have a manager doesn't mean that we can't utilize ours, okay? Roxy Stryer tried to manage us during the match. That is her job. That is why she is there. And I am going to make damn sure that she is allowed to manage us in this rematch, okay? If you want a manager, get your own, Shirewolves.
And one last thing that goes without saying. I'll shut up, I promise.
Longest interview ever.
Sorry. This is my Oscar speech. Don't play the orchestra can wait.
You just won the belt.
I want to thank Christian and Mark for creating this, because this has become a huge part of my life, and I've made so many great friends, and it means a lot. Sorry.
I'm crying
Thank
over
you.
here, too.
Oh.
You've earned it.
Congratulations again, guys.
He thanked Christian and Mark and started crying during his celebration. Total heel move, right, people?
I know this is kind of a weird position for you guys to be in, because I always interview you guys in the winner's circle, because until now,
that
you were
one
6-0,
just doesn't feel
and
right.
this is your first loss as a team, and a big one at that, you know, against your ex-teammate. There's just probably so much to process right now.
Yeah, I mean, we certainly are proud of Mark. We love Mark. He you know, we got very close to him. He's a friend, in front of the camera, behind the camera, and Rachel has always said, and I agree, like, he's one of the best players in the league to have not had a belt yet. And so, of course, are we slightly disappointed that it came at the cost of us not having a belt? Like, sure, but I feel really good about not only what we did today, but our legacy so far, and I'm happy for Mark.
Yeah, we said in our promo that today history was being made one way or the other, and we are proud of our part in the history of the Schmoedown, and, you know, we fought hard and we've made a mark, and to play a team of this high caliber and play the way we did, I mean, every round it was only like a 1 point difference, so we both fought through categories that, you know, we stumbled a little, we pulled back, we both missed the betting round, like, it was a back and forth, and those are the best kinds of matches, and at the end of the day, they were able to pull it out, and you know, I can say that I'm really proud to have been a part of a match like this, and I'm really proud of Marc, and Jeff's a formidable player. He just made history today as the first belt holder with 2 different teammates. I mean, this league just keeps growing in new and interesting and fun directions, and people are accomplishing things in every match practically, and it's great to be a part of that.
So I'm sure seeing, like you said, Marc holding the belt, but you guys losing yours in order to have it was a very gift of the Magi going on.
Yeah, mix of emotions.
A lot of mix of emotions. And you guys performed so well in categories that really aren't your strengths. Like, neither one of you was like, yeah, I definitely want Ron Howard.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And, you know, I will say, strategy-wise or you know, gameplay-wise, I had Christine Baranski from the beginning, and I didn't go for it because I wasn't 100% confident. And that is Wolves of Steel, Clark. That is not Shirewolves, Clark. So I have learned, it was a good reminder to you know, to go for it and to take the swing, because you're not going to get that chance again. And then ultimately, and usually your first instinct is right. And so it's like, oh well.
Clark, look, sometimes we all need to be reminded we're just badasses on the inside, you know, so I totally get it.
Yeah, it's an easy match to nitpick, and we'll be doing it for a while. What if, you know, this 1 point or that 1 point or buzzed a little faster or gone with our guts? But that's the game. That's always been a part of the game, and, you know, it's fuel to the fire. You know, you learn every match too, so that's definitely just a part of it.
And you guys are going to have a lot to learn from and study, obviously, because now you get your automatic rematch. Yeah. So those belts, while they're gone now, may not be gone for long, you know? Jon Snow came back from the dead. We didn't see that one coming, okay? We didn't see that one coming.
That's Game of Thrones.
What are you guys going to do to prep for Collision?
I mean, we're going to do what we always do, you know, and that's the thing. Some days you come and you get 5 out of 8 questions in round 1. Some days you get a perfect round. But we are still proud of how we play and what we know, and, you know, we will bring that A game every time we get into the ring. And if that means we do it at Collision, we'll do it at Collision.
I will say that I will probably brush up on my non-Disney animated movies, because not only did this one cost us our belts, but the effing Crudes cost me that match against Sam Levine, and I'll never forget it.
Yep,
so
I remember that.
I need to definitely, I need to brush up on a couple of categories, and I know that. And, you know, this is a good, like, kick in the butt to refocus and say, okay, you enjoy that belt because we're taking it back.
I don't think you can end it much better than that, other than say that you guys have been such a staple this season and last season in the league, and it's been so refreshing to see champions that hold themselves the way that you two do are such great role models, where there's little girls in the audiences here losing their minds so much that their dads have to tell them to sit down. That will probably get edited out, but whatever.
But it did.
Please keep being who you are, and don't let this one loss deter you, because I have a feeling Collision's going to be a barn burner.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You look at how humble I think that both the guys were, and the respect that they gave to the Shirewolves inside of that post-match. And Marc Andreyko saying very kind words about the champions, and even Jeff Sneider giving respect to the champions. And they know they got to do it all over again on June 22nd with the former champs, because they're gunning for him, and the Shirewolves said as much in the post.
I think that's why the odd couple, to be honest with you. I'm not saying they're putting on a face, but I think that they have to be very respectful of the Shirewolves. You do not want to draw their ire any further. They're already going to be looking for revenge.
Don't piss them off.
So they're going to be very nice. And
that was the lesson. That's the translation.
Admirably, and then we'll see what happens at the Collision.
But that's the thing. When you do what the Shirewolves have done and accomplished in this league, the fact that they won 2 straight defenses, they knew going into this, yeah, we know we have to play our best, but they knew they had that in their back pocket. Here they go, main event, Collision. We get to see this amazing match again.
That's what happens on Game of Thrones. Everybody dies, right?
That's a little dire.
No, that's pretty much true from what I hear.
I'm shocked, and what a match
You're
we
shocked.
witnessed here today. What did you guys think? Did you think the odd couple was gonna do it? And who do you think will win the rematch at
Maybe.
Collision? And don't
Maybe
forget,
I thought.
July 20th. You just saw her perform here. July 20th. You're gonna see the Inner Geekdom champion Rachel the Crusher Cushing. She will put that title on the line, and it will be against either, that's right, the Smasher, Kevin Smets, or Mike Kalinowski, who will win. But, man, Mark, what a match we saw here today.
What a match we saw here today. Going to be a fun summer for us at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. The live events
Yeah,
look forward to. You can go
it's
to the
just getting started.
SchmoedownLive.com. You can also go to TriviaSD.com. We'll all be down at Comic-Con July 18th for stand-up comedy, MarkEllisLive.com. July 20th for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Live. Whole lot of fun, and I can't wait for the next time on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Christian Harloff, where can all the kids find you out there?
You find me promoting this silly thing. So, guys,
Silly?
thank you so much
No.
for joining us today. Make sure you join the Patreon. Download this all.
He's at Christian Harloff.
Apple
He's verified.
Podcast. Well, I don't like to promote.
He's a big deal. He's got the check mark.
Anyway, thank you guys so much.
He got the check mark.
Congratulations to the new
Verified
champion,
person.
And we will see you very soon.
Oh. This is brought to you by coffee.
Roxy?
Hi, Ben. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Honestly, I'm doing amazing. I don't know if you heard, but I manage the team champs right now. And actually, how we got our belt was by beating the team that you couldn't beat. I remember that. And you know what else I remember is that 2 years ago, I came to you and I asked if you wanted to be part of my team, if you wanted me to manage you.
We're going to go down this road right now. You want to go down this road?
Yeah, because you turned me down. And guess what? Pretty sure that if you had said yes, you would be a champion by now too, because you're not, right?
Rox, I know what you're doing here. And I know you think this is an act. Okay, I get it. I realize the decisions I made got me to where I am. I made this. So now I gotta fix it. I accept that.
I definitely know you too well to believe anything you just said. But good luck. Good to see that nothing has changed with you.
So, thank you, Roxy. And Ben, I'm pretty sure I heard everything right. The audio sounded a little funky on that video. Maybe it was just a mic issue on there, but I'm pretty sure I heard everything right. So thank you, Roxy and Ben and Christian and Mark and Jeff and Jen and Clark and Rachel. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, that was a little surreal saying that. It's very weird when you see a team like Clark and Rachel lose for the first time. Especially considering if you remember my reactions for like a month ago, I forgot that this match was even happening before the collision. So I was constantly building up the potential of having that Shirewolves Founding Fathers match at the collision, forgetting that this match was going to happen beforehand. And yeah, so much for that. Jeff Sneider kind of gave me a little tap on the shoulder and was like, yeah, that ain't happening, JTH. Screw you for forgetting. But yeah, seeing Jeff with a title again was cool to see. Seeing Mark with a title was really was a great scene. I guess the positive out of this, you know, for being a Shirewolf fan, is we're gonna get the rematch now at Collision, and I'm gonna be just as torn about the rematch as I am for this one. I guess I might be rooting a little bit more for the Shirewolves to get the titles back, because seeing Jeff and Mark with the titles now, it kind of gives them closure, kind of gives them that satisfaction. Obviously, they'll want to retain them, but I'd still like to see Clark and Rachel get the titles back, because obviously I still think a lot of people want to see Shirewolves Founding Fathers. Kind of a little bump in the road. I still think we might be able to get there at some point. But yeah. So going to be interesting to see. Collision, now we got 2 confirmed matches. I'm going to be interested to see where this is going to go now, because that Founding Fathers match that I thought they could have at Collision, that now kind of gets thrown out the window with the rematch now. We've heard nothing about Dan defending the singles title. Obviously, they're doing this build-up stuff for the Collision, but I don't think it's going to get there in time. So I'm not entirely sure what there's going to be for a singles title match, if at all. Dan's obviously the title holder, and he's got the free-for-all title, so there's not going to be able to be any kind of cash-in. I don't think they're going to be able to crown a #1 contender before then. So what are they going to do? I think they had a plan on what they wanted to do, and I think this might have changed things up a little bit. However, we're going to get a rematch of a very, very, very good match we just had here. Everybody didn't play their A game. They all admitted that. But how do they come back and rebound from matches that all of them pretty much admitted that they didn't have their greatest performance? I think it's just going to make that second match even more entertaining and hyped up to see. So Collision's now less than a month away. We've got a couple confirmed matches. We're supposed to get a couple more. Apparently they're going to have a #1 contender match for the singles title at Collision. We've got the #1 contender match for the Inner Geekdom title, and now we're going to have this team title match. Still not entirely sure what that final match is going to be. I've heard rumors of what it could be, but nothing solid. So I guess we'll just find out when that happens. So that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. We've got new team champions. Marc Andreyko and the Sneider Jeff Sneider have won the belts. They've done what many people thought was probably not very likely, but they are the new team champions. So yeah, it's going to be very fun to see where this goes from here. Follow me on Twitter at WWEJTH1. Always watch their content first. It is the right thing to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe to my content if you so choose to do, and definitely do it to their content. Follow all the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown content, the Facebook page, the Twitter page at the Schmoedown, the official website, triviasd.com, and become a Patreon if you can. It goes a long way. You might have the opportunity to have a bunch of shout-outs like happened in this, and also potentially not get shouted out like I did in this match, which I was actually very happy that I didn't get shouted out. So yay me for no shoutouts. Until next time, I'll see you next week for the upcoming Inky in the Brain versus the Family match, which I'm guessing is when my Patreon thing is going to happen there, but we'll find out then. So I'll see you for that match next week. So until then, this is JTH. Thank you for watching, and until that match, I bid you adieu.